Scalp trading is another good method of actually trading. Apart from being a day trader and swing trader, scalping is also another great way for you to actually make a decent profit from the market. But then without the right strategy, you are actually going to lose a lot in the scalping market. The reason is that when it comes to scalping, you are taking every single short move in the market, and for you to spot this move, you need an accurate strategy that will actually assure you more percentage of winning than actually losing. So in today's video, I'm going to share with you a simple step-by-step approach on how I actually scalp the market, whether being the crypto market, the stock market, or the forex market. This is simply a simple strategy that I've been using to scalp this market of late, because recently, if you look at the market very well, I hardly get swing trading opportunity, or I hardly get trades that I will even comfortably hold for maybe 2 to 3 hours. So the only thing I've resorted to in recent time is actually scalping. That's why I said I don't upload much videos again. So in today's video, I'm going to share with you my simple approach that I've been using to scalp this market for the past few weeks now, and so that you can also implement this at your own end and also make money from scalping as well. So with that already said, for those of you who don't know scalp trading simply is a trading system whereby you only focus on taking tiny profit from the little movements in the market. When I say tiny profit, it simply means that it doesn't mean smaller profit. It simply means grabbing every small opportunity on your way. So the amount you risk in a single trade determine how much you're still going to make from it at the end of the day. So without taking much of your time, hello guys, welcome to my channel and welcome to Forex Trade. On this channel, I mainly focus on how you and I can actually make money through forex trading, crypto trading, or the stock market as well. So with that already said, I believe you've already smashed on that subscribe button, you like this video. So without taking much of your time, let's get straight on my computer. Let me share with you this simple yet very effective scalping strategy. So hello guys, now that you're on my computer, let me share with you this simple strategy, how you can use it and how you can actually use it to make more money through scalp trading. Trust me, scalp trading is one of the most it's very profitable when you know what you are doing and how to do it, and that's what I'm going to share with you with this strategy. So now, when it comes over to using this strategy, the first thing you actually need is that you need to pick a market that is moving really high. The reason why you need to pick a market that is moving really fast is that you want the trade to move on very quickly, because it's a scalp trade. It's not a trade you want to hold for a very long time. So you need a market that is moving really faster so that you can get in and then get out really quickly. But then if you go for some market that are moving really slowly, you might not get any good move within a short time. And that's not the kind of market you need. And then secondly, you need a trending market. What I mean by a trending market is that you need to identify the direction the market is going, which is really important. You need a market that is moving to a specific direction. And when the market is moving to a specific direction, it gives you more opportunities to make more profit. So now that is simply all you need to actually get started. And now when it comes over to the main strategy itself, here is the first thing. Let me assume that you've gotten a market that is moving really fast, and then you've gotten a market that is trending and not a ranging market. I'll be showing you how you can use it, how you can use a screener to actually get a market that is moving really fast for the past 24 hours, so that you can actually use it to do your trading. So now when it comes over to this scalping strategy, 30 minutes is the time I actually use as the highest time frame. So now the reason why I use 30 minutes as my highest time frame is that it gives me more opportunity to actually see the overall movement of the market. So that is the reason why I like using 30 minutes. So with the 30 minutes, I can identify clearly in this market that the market is actually moving upward. So if you can look at it carefully, you can see clearly that the market is moving really upward. It's moving in a clear direction to the upside, which is a good sign that, okay, we'll have a good market that we can actually use for this. So now after identifying this in the 30-minute time frame, so now here are the time frames I actually use once I'm back testing. I have the 30-minute, the 15-minute, the 10-minute, the 5-minute, and then the 3-minute. The reason why I use all of this time frame is that I want to get an opportunity provided that the market is moving to a specific direction. So I have to go down, and keep going until I get to the particular time frame where I spot my opportunity for scalping. So now for this, now I'll come over to the 15-minute first. And then over here now, what I'll look for is that I'll need to draw a trend line. The reason why I drew trend line when I'm doing this is that I need to identify the direction the market is going, and trend line is the best thing to actually help me identify it. So for that, I'm going to grab my trend line tool here, and I'll just drag it from here, and then you can see clearly. So now when drawing trend line, here are the advice I'll give to you. The first thing is that make sure that your trend line gets at least 3 touches. A trend line needs to get at least 3 touches to qualify as a good trend. If you get only 2, then you need to be patient. You need to be patient and wait for the third one, and that's what you are doing. Even once you are scalp trading, you need to wait for that third one on that very low time frame to make sure that you are entering the market at the right point. So now after this, the next thing I'll draw is I also get from the top and probably see, okay, from the top we can see that this is the trend I was trying to form, which has been broken. So for now, we are not going to consider any mark from this top. It's clear that there's no particular
trend at the top as all keep getting breaking gradually. So this shows us that the market is moving upward, and this is the first thing we need. Now after this, now the next thing we actually need is that we need to wait for this market to come and retest this particular line again. The reason why we need this market to come and retest here is because once the market comes here to retest, it has qualified that the trend is still up, meaning we can buy upside. So remember the first thing I told you, you want to trade into the direction of the market whilst you are scalp trading. So for that particular reason, we need to wait for this market to come and retest the trend line before we decide what to do. So for that, I'm just going to slower the speed. So I'm actually using a backtesting tool. This gold, I've actually I scalped the gold market, so I'm using exactly that for this particular practice. So I'll just play it back to the trend line. Let's see. Okay, so at this point now, we all can see that the market has actually come back to retest this trend line. So now after the market retests the trend line, now you don't jump into the market. Now here's the key advice: don't jump into the market. The reason why you shouldn't jump into the market despite being on a lower time frame is that at this point here, this market can decide to break below or continue its upward movement. So for more safety reasons, what I normally do is that, let me just say, I'll come over to the 5-minute time frame or the 10-minute time frame. Now you see, what I'm looking for here is that, you see this previous area here. Let me just go back to the 10-minute time frame as it will give a better view. Okay. Now the 10-minute time frame now, I'll take my mark like this and then drag. You see this minor area here, I'll draw it up like this. The reason why I'm drawing this area here is that this was an area of support. So you need to look for a nearby area of support. So this was an area of support where, an area of resistance for this other side. This was an area of resistance where the market was actually trading below before it eventually broke out of it, and now it's back below it again. So for safety reasons, you don't have to get into the market now until this market actually goes above this particular previous resistance area that is about to turn to a support area. So for that, we are going to play and see if it actually does that. So you can see that it broke below the trend line. It broke below the trend line doesn't mean it's over. You still patiently have to wait, because when it comes to drawing trend line, your trend lines are meant to be adjusted over and over again till you get to the perfect one. But for this particular one, we are still hoping on it because there's an area of resistance here. We are waiting for the market to actually come back above that, so that the area of resistance will tend to support. So let me mark it out for you. Over here is an area of resistance, but over here now we want it to be an area of support before we actually place our order. So for that, now let's see what it does, if it can actually go above it again. Okay, so you can see from here now the market is back above it. So now let me come over to the 15 minutes. You can see that the market is back above it, and here that is back above it, this is a good opportunity for you to actually enter the market, because you can see this high bearish rejection. This high bearish rejection simply shows that the sellers are very less in the market, meaning the buyers have more power. So this one now, you have every right to enter the market. Once I see this sort of candlestick, I'm fond of getting into the market with the nearest candle, provided that it faces my direction. So now that the market is back above this particular place now, all you simply have to do is still wait for the next candle. Since this is a bearish candle, let's wait for the next one if it will be bullish. Once it's bullish, we'll get into the market. Okay, you can see it broke below again, and then with a rejection again. So now let's see. So over here now, you can see we've gotten another bearish rejection here, which shows that the bulls are very strong in the market, which is the buyers are very strong in the market, and then the sellers are weak. So now, going back again. So now at this area now, where you can see this bullish candle shooting up now, we can actually get into this market safely. So for that, I'm just going to place my buy entry here, put my stop loss. So since I'm scalping, you see this previous high here, I'm going to keep my stop loss below here. And then I probably aim for any random position on the top here. Since I'm scalping, I mostly don't set take profit. I just put stop loss, but I don't put take profit. The reason why I put stop loss when I'm scalping is that if the market goes against me, let it get me out immediately. But then if it's going in my favor, I want to, maybe when I'm done with whatever thing I'm doing, I should see the profit. Or even if I'm on my decks, I monitor the profit until I see a sign of rejection before I get out of the market. So for this now, let's actually play it and see how it goes. So for this, I'm going to put it on 3S. Let's see how fast it goes. You can see how this thing got heated immediately. So it's a very simple strategy. What you simply need to do is that if it's an uptrend, draw your trend line, and then make sure that, here's one thing to note, make sure that when drawing your trend line, you get at least 3 touches on it. You can see 1 touch here, 2 touch here, and then the third one came over here. So you can see. And now since it's an uptrend, once you get these 3 touches, your next thing is that make sure that your previous area of resistance over here, make sure you mark it out to come and touch the trend line and wait for it to turn to a support area. The moment it turns to a support area and a confirmed support area, then you can get into the market. The reason why you need to wait for it to turn this manner is that once it gets you into this sort of opportunity and then that resistance turns to a support, it becomes really powerful that it will be difficult for the market to go against. So for that one, you can safely get into the market with the hope that you are getting the maximum profit out of it. So now you can see, and that's exactly what to do here. And if it's in a downtrend, it's the opposite. You simply look out for a downtrend and then mark your previous support area and then wait for it to turn to a resistance area. And then you get into the market once you get a good entry trigger like the one I showed you here. I simply wait for the market to come and retest the trend line. Now break above the previous resistance area, not any support, and then I got into the market. So this is one thing you can also implement as well to actually help you make more money from the scalping market. Like of recent, I've mainly been scalping, and whenever I'm placing a trade on gold market, I focus on the scalping aspect of the gold because gold is one market that I actually don't trust a lot because it fluctuates a lot. So once I see any opportunity, I get in, and then I see any sign of reversal, I get out of the market. That's how I trade gold. I don't wait for any long trade on gold. Like today now, there was a long opportunity on gold, but I didn't do that. The market actually took the long opportunity on was it Euro Aussie dollar, I think. It was on Euro Aussie dollar. This was a long trade I took today. So if you followed me on Twitter before, you'll be aware of this. I posted it on Twitter while the trade was halfway going. I posted a screenshot on Twitter, and even if you had gotten into the market at that point before, you still get a decent profit. The reason why I did not post the early trade on Twitter, the main early trade, I posted it on my WhatsApp status, but then the main when the trade actually get to my original point where I wanted to enter the market, I've then posted it on Twitter, and then I waited patiently till the market actually hit my take profit, and it was a solid movement for a Euro Australian dollar. So when I'm holding swing trade, I like holding my swing trades in currency pairs. But when it comes over to scalping, I scalp any other market at all. So now for you to find highly moving market for the past 24 hours or the past few hours, it's simply over here on trading view. Yes, this place over here on trading view, the arrow can actually get here. So there's this place here on trading view. I believe you can see it known as the screener. So over here you have Forex screener, you have stock screener, and then you also have crypto screener. So you simply have to come over to this screener and then let it screen the market, and then to show you, you can see it's currently screening the crypto market, and you can see the volume change for the past 24 hours. The Bitcoin USDT perpetual has changed 36.93% bullish. So you can bearish. So you can see it gives you all this one. So from here now, you can actually look at the market that is moving the highest and then find your way into that market, look for an opportunity and actually trade it as well. So for those of you who want to learn my trading strategy, you can check my strategy playlist. It will be tagged in this video description. So that's already said. Hello guys, hope you find this video helpful and you understand the idea here. And now once you know that, so here's one other advice I'll give to you. Once you get more than 3 touches on a trend line, maybe you've gotten up to 5 touches on that particular trend line, don't trade it again. The reason why I shouldn't trade any trend line once you get up to 5 touches is that it simply means that the trend line is weakening already. So whether you're on a higher time frame, you're on a lower time frame, once a trend line gets 5 solid touches, don't place any order in that market to the direction of that trend again. If you want to continue, let it continue. But because in most cases, once trend line gets up to 5 touches, it shows that the trend is gradually weakening and then the opposite traders are taking over. So this was really the simple strategy. I would say simple strategy because I don't actually complicate my strategy. I make my strategy very easy for anyone at all to understand and trade. You can see it's simple. I identify a market moving to a particular direction. I look for where the market is moving to. I make sure I get 3 touches on my trend line. I turn the previous support or resistance area to the opposition area, and then I get into my market. Really much simple. For those of you who don't understand support and resistance as well, I have a video for you that will be linked down in the description. You can also check it out as well. So that's already said. Hello guys, hope you find this video helpful. Don't forget to smash that subscribe button and also follow me on Twitter at GodTheMayor. Simple. There's no simple in the name, it's just GodTheMayor on Twitter or known as X now. So that's already said. Have a nice day. Bye.